Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we will be counting down, in my opinion, the top 5 best luxury cars in GTA 5 Online. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this. So coming in at the number 5 spot here is the Enus Deity, a car recently added as part of the Contract DLC. It is one of my favourite cars in GTA Online just in general. The car is based off the Bentley Flying Spur, and I believe a bit of inspiration has been taken from some of the larger BMWs such as the Series 7 and the Series 8, but it's mostly based off the Bentley Flying Spur. It has 4 doors with a long body and clean, but at the same time striking design. This car is just perfect if you're looking to cruise about in style around Los Santos and stuff. Most color combos work well with it, and you can make it look a little more sporty and less luxurious very easily with the customization options. There are quite a few customization options, and it's just multi-purpose, I would say. And you can pick this one vehicle up from Legendary Motorsports for a price of $1,845,000, which is expensive, but in my opinion, money well spent. So moving on to number 4, and I decided to put another car from the Contract DLC on this list, and that's the Enus Jubilee, another car from the in-game manufacturer Enus, which has a quite boxy look similar to the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but has a very menacing front bumper and smooth lines all around the car. Generally a pretty good design. The car also has some Imani Tech upgrades which can actually make the vehicle usable in missions, or just reduces the risk of griefers and tryhards killing you. So overall, it's an all-round great vehicle which can be picked up from Legendary Motorsports for a price of $1,650,000, or for a trade price of $1,237,500, which to be honest is a very fair price for this sort of vehicle. Okay, so we're going to move on from 4-door cars, and we have at the number 3 spot the ZType. Now this car has been in the game for a long time now and features a very unique design which is based off a 1930s Bugatti. It features an enormous front engine bay and a sharp sloped roof, giving it that modern yet classic look at the same time, and on top of that it has this narrow front grille which really makes the car even more unique. It will definitely stand out from the rest of the cars in the game. Unfortunately, the performance is pretty poor, but you are buying this car to cruise about or to just show off to others, not really to do races or anything like that. But this one can once again be purchased from Legendary Motorsports for a reasonable price of $950,000, which for today's standards is very cheap. So if you want to save some cash, then definitely consider buying this super unique vehicle. And now coming in at the number 2 spot, we have another vintage car, and that's the Roosevelt Velour, a car based off a custom 1928 Cadillac 341A town sedan owned by the famous mobster Al Capone. It definitely screams 1920s to me. It has this box roof design and just overall strange and vintage look, which is completely different from anything else we have in the game. Once again, the performance is very poor, but it's for cruising about in and having in your collection of cars, so obviously you're not going to be racing this in street races or anything. This one, once again, can be bought from Legendary Motorsports for a price of $982,000, which is another sub $1 million car, so you could bag yourself this car and the ZType for less than $2 million, which is crazy thinking that some cars in the game now are over $2 million. And here we are at the number 1 spot. And this one, I'm going to be honest, is a little bit of a stinker, and that's the Enus Windsor. It's the 3rd Enus car to make the list, and it's, I'm going to be honest, definitely the worst. The car, which is based off the insanely popular Rolls-Royce Wraith, does have a nice front grille and a nice sloping roof, but the interior does leave a lot to be desired, as it's this gross sand brown and looks very dated. But that's something that's been a big issue in basically all the cars in the game. So Rockstar, if you're watching this, obviously you won't be, but please revamp the interiors as they are dated and just look really bad. The textures aren't very smooth, generally just looks bad. But this car's performance actually isn't too bad compared to some of the other ones, but it isn't the best, it's just fine. But there are some positives with this vehicle. Firstly, if you own the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, you can actually get this car for free. Even if you don't own the starter pack, this car only costs $845,000, which makes it the cheapest car on today's list. But what car was your favorite, and what other luxury cars would have you included in this list? Please leave that all down in the comment section below. But like always guys, like and subscribe, and take care everyone.